Absolutely huge news for the showerless, the unemployed, the helplessly addicted to rivals players. As you guys know, all of the heroes in this game got brand new animated Lord icons. And listen, there's definitely stereotypes of Lords if you have it, if you don't. And now that's going to go even further as we take a look and give our first reaction and my first thoughts of all the animated icons within this game. In a season where Deadpool came out with early access, this is the first thing I wanted to do, is take a look at the entire new system. And then hero by hero, we'll go through. I'll give my thoughts on what I think of the Lord icon. And then my thoughts to you as a player if you happen to have unlocked it or will unlock it. Let's jump in. All right, so we're going to start off in the new proficiency UI layout here, and then we'll go hero by hero and look at the animated. I think all the track rewards are going to be the same. We'll find out. But everything, you know, it looks a lot neater, cleaner. One thing, though, I have a question on is we don't know how much it takes to get to the next level. These are test accounts, obviously. Level 1, haven't played these guys. Missions are different, actually. Okay, permanent missions are going to achieve a total of 15 KO. Oh, way less, but you only get 7. Okay, so this is much different, which I think this is a good thing. We're going to have to figure out kind of the scaling system, because, like, some heroes are much harder to do their missions than others. Like Emma Frost, for example, pretty easy compared to some of the other vanguards out there. I think this is a welcome change, especially for the early levels. But like, what does this scale to? Does this just keep going? You know, like if you're going way down the track, you need like 200,000 damage to get some of these. I assume maybe past Lord or whatever, the new like level 50. I don't know. It's probably going to cap somewhere, but this is definitely going to be interesting. And then you have the daily missions as well. Repeatable up to 10x every 24 hours. So Lord farming is going to look a lot different. And here we go. So again, no idea to see kind of how this progresses. We're going to assume, I guess, it kind of acts like the current system in progression per se. And I believe if you're past that mark, you are going to go, you know, right to that level. There are going to be people with animated, you know, avatars the moment this thing goes live, which is kind of crazy. So level 1, you get, you know, the stuff that's already been there. Obviously, you get the faceplate of the character here, with Deadpool being our example. So level 3, before the spray, which is usually the first thing, you get this this new little, you know, title card nameplate, and this is fine. This is cool. I think the problem with these as we progress, right, with the spray for Deadpool and moving forward, fantastic Deadpool. Nothing says ban my hero more, especially for some, than if you're repping this, right? Like the early levels, it's fine. Heck, maybe you can bluff like, hey, fantastic Hawkeye, and then you're like the devil. But I don't know. I don't know if people are going to want to rep these. Level 10, you get the KO animated that we have already. You get some of these, what are these called? Like whatever molecules, the currency at level 13. So just free currency is kind of nice. Level 15, you get the more animated, and here's Deadpool's, which is quite fitting. Right on brand. 18 is units. So first of all, just W that they're just giving free stuff, essentially, right? Like if you already got some of this, you're just getting free stuff. But this is where we cap out. Level 20 is Lord right now, which, by the way, Deadpool's like Lord thing is a completely different icon than what is his main. This is sick. I actually love this. So from here on, I don't know, man. I don't know what to assume as far as how long it's going to take, but regardless, let's keep going. Level 22, you know, more currency as you continue. Then you go to purple. So purple is past Lord. That's when we got to start keeping our eye on people, especially if it kind of transfers over. Like if you Lord now, you start at level 20. Purple is when you're like, okay, these people play these heroes, right? People can Lord farm, but as you keep going, it's like that. It's past Lord farming. I think this is like the true showerless psychopaths or just like one tricks, right? Then you get to these, okay, a little like Pokemon badge icon on there. I think these are fine. I guess we'll see how these kind of scale up. I don't know my thoughts on these, but again, we'll see. More stuff, and then uncanny Deadpool. I'm gonna have to like memorize these, because if I see uncanny, I guess they're more committed. Then you get this, which is it purple? Yeah, okay. So I think this picture is just wrong here, but this is looking like this exact kind of border for your hero, but it's in game and it's purple. So this one's golden. I think right now it's just naked, right? There's nothing on it. So purple, both in the title and the borders, like, okay, they play this hero a good amount. They play it a good amount. 32, more currency, and then 34, we enter the gold era. This is always like, man, again, shout out to you guys that played Smite, whatnot, golden skins, kind of what I wanted to see at max level. I don't think we're gonna get that. But when you see when you're loading up in the game, even if they have their name block and they've got this golden plate behind it, you just know, like, okay, they're playing a lot of this hero. Look out, probably ban it. Or it could be a trap, man. Maybe a little Uno reverse. You used to play it, now you don't. 35 is another Pokemon badge, but we're like leveling up a bit here to the Elite Four. This more purple though, so we're gold nameplate, but this one, what is that? What's the last one? Oh, it's silver. Okay, so this is a 35 is 15 past Lord. You see this little purple thing, the respect is starting to get there, man. Then 39 is amazing. Okay, so what? Uncanny, then amazing. And then you have 40 as a new border, which I think this is the one that's on display here. This is the golden one, which actually looks super clean. This is a nice look. This is probably what I want to go for a lot of heroes. Like purple is fine, whatever. Kind of doesn't go with a lot of heroes. Like this kind of just already fits with the usual, you know, border that's already on there. So 40 double Lord, you get the golden border, mass respect. You can start trusting that person on the hero a bit more. Then we get to the good stuff. 45, you up to pink on the badge there. And then what everybody's going to be going for, which I like that they didn't put this at the maximum level. I do think that they should put a golden skin at the max level. That takes just eons to get, just like infinite grind. But this is truly like, man, you've seen animated icon, you know, outside of, we'll talk about it. I have my opinions on some, you know, heroes. But if you see a Lord icon that's animated, dedication, right? Like, you know, maybe it still means like that Spider-Man's going to throw on your team, but maybe, just maybe, if they're putting that much time into one of these MFers, they're going to be destined to be cracked. Also, can we talk about how sick this is? Both like to have on your screen, but also on like maybe when you hold select, you can see it as well. Then you get this maximum effort red badge, which I think this one's actually probably my favorite of the few that we do have. And it kind of, this is where it caps out. So it goes all the way up to 70. You've got like a gradient one. I think the golden one should probably be the top one. Are they both golden? Yeah, this one to me seems like it's cooler. I don't know. Maybe that's just a personal preference. But, you know, you get a little color in there with the gold. You know they're cracked. They play too much. Immortal, Deadpool, and then Legendary. Which, let's be honest, okay? I'm telling you, if I see Legendary Spider-Man as I'm loading into a lobby, before that lobby even loads, I'm smashing the ban button. No communication to the team. No, what if we just do Gambit? No, I'm getting rid of this absolute Satan that's going to ruin my support's day. And then there's some like Legendary Cloak. You're like, okay, you know, we'll let them in. And that's the max. That's 70. We don't know how much it takes to get up there, but this is our new path before we go and look at all the animated. I do hope they leave space. It's at 70. I hope they leave space to go to like 90, 100. And that's where you do get like the all golden skin, whatever that looks like. I get that skin sales might go down if you give somebody golden skins that are free, but I still think that's a W. We'll have to see how the missions go and how this goes. But now let's go hero by hero and take a look at every animated icon, Lord icon. And yes, by the way, all the tracks look like they're the exact same. Adam Warlock. Okay, so first of all, Adam Warlock, like the animated gold shining. Some of these, like, just you didn't get the, I don't know, epicness out of the small frame that they have. This is sick, though, man. This has got to be an instant just level up on what I think of the original Lord icon. It's too bad it's all the way over here. But look at this compared to this. This is a massive upgrade. I also can't imagine who could use no mobility abilities for 200, 400 hours, whatever it takes to get this. Like, my God. I also... You know, if you see like an Adam hitting shots, like, you know, okay, like they're pretty good. It's not those. It's the ones that use his alt click like a machine gun and all of a sudden I'm dead. They get the heal resets. You can't kill them. That's like the true cracked Adams. Next up is Angela. There's the normal Lord icon. Here's the animated. And compared to Adam, I don't know. It's not as cool. I think the base Lord icon is nice. I'm not jumping up and down. I will say I can't imagine playing this hero for like this long. I played her like one day, like a full day before, and my hand, it hurt for like a week. I don't know how you guys do it, and I hate you guys. It's either crack player or they switch every single time there's a map to knock people off. Black Panther, which finally they got a buff, has always been a cool Lord icon. I put it towards the top of the list. Then you've got this animated beauty. If you see this, like, you know it's done. It's a wrap. Imagine how many support kills this mother effer has. This is the last person probably on this list I want to go against. Near the top. Black Panther Lords right now, it's like, okay, you know, maybe a Smurf account, who knows. Black Panther animated this many hours. May God have mercy on your soul. Black Widow, one of the rarest Lord icons. This Lord already just means one thing. You most likely are retired from like CSGO and you're just a pro player making everybody's life hell. And just like living the glory days of how mechanical gifted that you are. Can you process though the amount of hatred and tilt that this human who gets this animated, which by the way, absolute sick, man. Look what animation does to such a simple icon. But can you imagine the amount of hate this person has received? It's almost the most impressive because you know that this person truly doesn't give a damn what people think about them. Truly. And probably doesn't have a mic and or just plays muted. Blade is one of my newest Lord icons that I've gotten myself, and I've got to say, what I was before I got this icon and who I am now after, I'm a changed man completely. You learn so much. This has got to be one of the most... Probably like we're probably not going to win when they have Blade on our team, like a lot of the times. To this man is doing things that I've never seen. Like he holds the block button and nothing gets through. Also, his whole kit's ore farming, dude, same as this freaking icon. This is sick. This is probably the one I'm going to go for, especially with the buffs. Look at the red, just screaming Daywalker. 10 out of 10. S tier. All right, next up we have the Hulk, and I'm going to be honest, you know, we don't know what he's going to be after the changes. I've always liked the Lord icon. I think it's pretty badass. Most of the time, people with Lord icon Hulks are really good as well. You got to play it a lot. But I got to be honest. Let's take a look at the animated. Okay. Like some of these get a big step up. Others are like, this is pretty cool. This is very similar to the other one, in my opinion. This is what I'll say. If you have this animated icon, there's no shot that your spacebar doesn't just look like an absolute destroyed piece of garbage. And honestly, the whole keyboard. I look like I'm playing like an arcade game, just button mashing when I'm on the Hulk. I can't imagine having this. Captain America. Man, these people with Lord icons. Let's take a look at the animated. Okay. All right. It's you know, the blue energy adds to it. He's moving faster. Again, not my absolute favorite. I will say, though, if this is in your lobby, either on your team or the opponent's, like this person is never going to die. They have more uptime in one Lord run than a Spider-Man does their entire life playing this game. Especially if they've got the animated. They know every animation cancel, trick in the book. Good luck killing this SOB. Cloak Dagger, let's be honest, it's the award of like the least valuable, or at least like, wow, you've got the Lord icon. Kind of everybody has it. Here's the thing, okay? This is what separates it, which I will say the animation has added some... it's a little nicer. I'll say this. I personally think if you dodge the Magneto ult the first time we're playing, okay, the respect is given. Everything else, I'm never usually blown away by my Cloak and Dagger players. This is kind of your rite of passage into competitive play. Like, eventually, you just get this by swapping. Daredevil, Matt Murdock. First, just congratulations for unlocking this. If you only play competitive, he's banned all the time. Definitely just a sick Lord icon to begin with. The animated... yeah, lives up to what I thought it would. Great animation. I think this is a solid one. I will say easily, this is one that I see and I'm just like, fuck, can we ban him? You know, and then the guy in your team, there's a couple of these, but the guy in your team like hovers over him in the pre-select and you're like, damn it, we can't ban him because he wants to play him. And 80% of the time you're probably going to win, but just damn it. Doctor Strange is one that I don't have a lot of opinion. Whoa, okay. There's a lot of flames here. This is like more Human Torch than is anything. I think this is definitely a fire animated. Man, putting in level 50 of a Doctor Strange, I just have respect for you. That's a lot of Vanguard play, man. That's a lot of hurt. That's a lot of fists to the face and magic swords going just right up your ass. Emma Frost, I think this is one of the more easy ones to get. Let's be honest about it, though. If you've got this thing animated, it's just there's a likely chance you're just a gooner. Next up, we have Gambit, and this is another just like Daredevil that when I see it, I'm just like, damn it, I don't think we can ban him because the guy's gonna get upset, but I don't want Gambit in my game. Obviously, 10 out of 10 animation. The card, really nice addition. Anytime they add more than just like the flare, I think it's awesome. I'll say this, though. I swear majority of Gambit players are the DPS players that swore they can't play strategist. I don't know how to play. I only know DPS. All of a sudden, though, Gambit Lord. Next up is Groot, and I think we can look at the Lord and just say positively, like, he is one of the least impressive Lord icons, and... he gets a flower that he has now on his hand, which is cool. I kind of thought that was his shoulder blade. Maybe it still is. I think that's his finger. I don't know. All I know is if you have this as a Lord icon, it's impossible not to know your wall placements, and you're probably correct at this game. But I still think this is Just not one of the best. It's kind of trash. Hawkeye, no question about it. I probably hate you the most in this game. If I see legendary Hawkeye, there's no way you will be playing this hero in the game. Of course, it's going to look badass, which means, of course, all these Lord Icon Hawkeyes are just going to grind more to get this one and make our lives a living hell. Next up is Hela, guys, and I just noticed I haven't been looking at the nameplates, so I'll pull these up too because they do look pretty cool. Like Hela's golden one is sick. All I will say about this is you haven't been able to play your Lord for a couple seasons. Now they tamed the team up. You might get access to her again. It's pretty sick, I'll be honest. I mean, they got the Raven in there. I think it's above average. I'll just say I hate you. A, I'm not as mechanically gifted, but B, look at me. I've been able to play a hero that's been S tier since the game's freaking launch. Human Torch is up there as one of the more scary ones in existence. Usually when this is on the enemy team, I know it's not going to be a good time. I'll say the nameplate's kind of cool. I'll give it that. This has obviously the most to go off of in the animation department. Like Doctor Strange had half the flames. Yep, lives up to the hype. This is sick. I mean, this is definitely up there. It's one of my more favorites. I mean, come on, it's fire. It's the easiest thing to animate. This goes up a notch for sure. Because I think the Lord Icon's kind of cool. This is definitely badass. Invisible Woman, depends on when you got this, but most likely I hate you. If you just got it, then, you know, I have less respect. But never my favorite icon. I don't think it's that great, to be honest. This is cool because it could be literally 10 different heroes in the game. Then you've got, okay. You get the eye glow in there, a little bit of the shield. This is a significant, actually a massive upgrade in my opinion of what the other one is. It's not like an S tier, but I'm gonna bump this thing up to like A. All right, guys, now we go to Iron Fist, and I don't know if you guys know, I think there was a typo in the patch notes, and it said his 4th strike got 5 damage, and now it's the first 4 strikes get 5 damage more, which is significant. Iron Fist, I hate this man. I think this guy's going to go to one of the more banned heroes this season. That's my early hot take prediction. I've never liked the Lord Icon. I'm going to be honest. Just kind of, he just is the same, but like turned different. The nameplate, however, is sick. I do dig this. Kind of looks like Genji, if I'm being honest. And then we've got the animated, which, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is more respectable. I see this and I know that I probably fear this more than death itself. Iron Man, Lord Icon. What do I think of this? I think it's fine. You know, it's not always... Here's the thing. When I see this icon, it's not that I think this person is going to make my game suck. It's that just the amount of attention I now have to give this guy just constantly bombing us. And then we have like a Moon Knight and a Squirrel. And it's like, why can't we kill Iron Man? And I wonder why. The animator's got to go hard, probably. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Is that like confetti? I don't know what these rectangles are supposed to be. Jeff, just the definition of cute, but just so deadly. Here's the thing. Let's look at the animated. Okay. The bubbles. I kind of think this one's not that great, I'll be honest. I already know what this person looks like when they're playing this game. Like, they're just smiling the entire time while they're just making everybody's life hell. Especially if they got this thing when Jeff was absolutely the server admin too, back before his complete rework. Which kudos to you learning how to play a hero completely different twice. All I know is this is like the most trusted. If somebody has this, it's not like, why are you playing Jeff? It's like, go ahead, run the lobby. Let's look at his golden. What is that? What am I looking at here? It's like a who's that Pokemon, but I have no idea. Next up, we have Loki, and I'm going to stand by this. Probably one of the hardest Lord icons to get. This took me forever. And you know when you're playing a Lord, not by how they play, but by their clone placements. Easily. Just such a easy hero to identify how good they are at the game. For the nameplate, it's okay. Again, it could be a couple. Like, that could be Iron Fist with shoulder pads. The animated kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. This is D tier. Maybe I have bad opinions. Maybe you guys will disagree on some of them. I want to hear you guys in the comments, but I'm not crazy about this. He's just kind of doing more of the same. Luna Snow, the rivals plant. You know, I feel like when I go up against Luna Snow here, I get frozen as like the thing, and no one's touching me for 10 years. I'm not moving. But then when I have a Luna Snow like this and we freeze them, my teammate blows the hell out of them, and we all die after that. Animated wise, you knew they were going to spend extra time on this one. Come on, it's Luna. You get the hard animated, the whoosh, her eyes slam shut for whatever reason. Still, it's the wink, but it's like, I think her winking probably would have been better. It's okay. I like high B tier maybe. Magik, always in my opinion, not one of the best Lord icons. Let's be honest. But one of the DPS Lords that I trust the most. Most of the time, like a 95% chance this person is going to absolutely run the lobby. However, yeah, some of these hit, some of them I'm like, they're okay. It's just this whole thing, but in gold, right? Let's take a look at the animated though. Dude, see, this is one of those ones. Get significant. You add a little bit of movement in there, some gold flare, and I like it a lot better. And if I see this, good God Almighty, I think we're gonna absolutely get the W. Magneto. Yeah, what's the difference between his main? He's looking and then he's kind of turned with a fist up. Let's be honest. If you've got Lord Magneto, which this goes kind of hard. If you've got Lord Magneto, okay, animated. Do I like this? I don't think so. You play tank in Rivals. That's kind of it. It's kind of the, I don't want to say it's a Cloak and Dagger Vanguards, but like you're a tank player. Next up, we've got Mantis, which I remember when we thought Mantis was like the best strategist in this game. I will say this, it's not even the icon that gives away that someone's a Lord Mantis player. It's everything else. It's like when they're like frontlining and hitting every shot and no dive character has a chance. They're shot calling everything. True nightmare fuel. Like the icon, if I see this, probably banning Mantis, gonna be honest. I've never banned Mantis in my life, but that starts here. And then the movement, it's fine. I think this is okay. I don't think it screams like badass. Like, I feel like someone could have this and people would be like, oh, cool, you know? But if someone has a Black Panther, it's like, oh, damn! Mr. Fantastic. Just kind of right up there, his Lord icon with how his voice sounds. Like, it's just kind of like, all right, he's waving. What's up? I will say, as we take a look at the, okay, see, this is more resemblance of the Reed Richards I come across. They should have, like, I don't know how they could show a guy that just never dies, but if you have this, man, you have got to just be having the best time in Rivals. You've been playing him before he's cool. People put him in F tier. You've been carrying lobbies. I fear this probably equally to like any other DPS. Next, we have Moon Knight, which I'm going to be honest, I have high expectations of the animated. I've got this. Always been one of the cooler Lord icons. I will say there's no really largest spectrum of either like a god or a complete ass. Right there with Spider-Man, you know, has 500,000 damage in the lobby and always has to highlight how much damage they get. I play Moon Knight a lot. I'm speaking as one of the family members here. Nameplate's kind of cool. The animated though, okay, so you get the full slash now. I don't feel like this went up like a ton, like compared to the other ones. You can't have it too animated because if it's in the lower left, it's distracting. Oh, are these are little onks flying? Okay. Okay, it goes up more. The small onk edition is a nice little upgrade. I dig this. Namor, who I love because his main icon is so serious and then he's having a good time. Nameplate looks fine. That looks more like Jeff than Jeff does. The animated, you've got the water, the bubbles. I wish like a whale maybe went by, but it doesn't. I'll say this, on PC, it's like the middle mouse button, I think. You know, there's that button that like requests team up. I never use that ever, but you just know these players are smashing the hell out of this thing. Or like allow Hela and everyone's like, go to hell. Peni Parker Lords are like silver and gold players or some of the most cracked people on the planet. I will say the stocks on this have to go way down, man. Now that she doesn't have 2 nests, it's going to be way more impressive to see this. This is kind of... Some of these, I'm like, what is that? I don't know. But the animated is more saluting, but now she has flames and fire, baby. Okay. Listen, my feelings on how I think this looks probably doesn't equal how much I fear them as a player. Now, as for Phoenix, I always thought this was like one of my, I would say more favorite Lord icons. And if we're being honest, this is the true antichrist of DPS. Like this, for whatever reason, people sleep on how much this lady can run lobbies. I do like her nameplate. Kind of looks like she has like mind stuff going on. The animated, it can only go up, kind of, I guess. Her little Phoenix force doesn't move. I guess it bounces. This is kind of underwhelming. I don't know. Like some of these look so much better as Lord and then they get animated and it's like a slight bump up. Now Psylocke's another one that I have and I gotta be honest. I think Psylocke is a lot like Black Panther, but strategists don't hate their lives like everybody does. You know, you're not safe no matter who you are. Psylocke has always been pretty goated. I actually like the nameplate a lot. I'll be honest. The animated, oh yeah, okay. The sword is chopped off, a little weird, especially because the flare goes past that. But no question, this person is going to get ult within like the first 60 seconds. Rocket Raccoon, often known as one of the easiest heroes to play. But, you know, I'm going to say this. Lord, this is the big difference between Lord and animated. Lord Rocket's like, okay, you know, you needed someone easy to play. I get it. You dedicate yourself to the craft of Rocket, I have like special respect for you, and you're probably unkillable. You probably move stupid fast. It can just get insane value for the team. And I'll also give that his, even though his other eye looks kind of gone, like might be hiding behind his nose. I don't know. This is cool, man. This is definitely a huge bump up in my opinion. We move on to Rogue, who I always thought had one of the cooler ones, you know, definitely like the frame break look, even though it's kind of how, you know, her fist thing is in this game. It just looks like she's like coming out of the portrait. A lot of respect. If you have this, you know, obviously you didn't shower over the holidays, which is fine. You know, do what you want to do. Nameplate's fine. Animated though. Yeah, it's pretty badass. It's kind of weird, like green's not a thing with her since she's so closely associated with, but this is up there as one of my more favorite. This is towards top of A. Also, are you guys pissed that she didn't get any buffs? Like if you have the Lord Rogue icon especially, do you feel like she needed any? Scarlet Witch Lords are some of my favorite, right? For every season, people have been telling you that you don't have skill, she sucks, she's not great, and you just don't give a damn, and you're probably pretty damn good at that. Do you only hit your ult like once every 1,000 years? Yes. However, I feel like Scarlet mains, Lords especially, and if you've got this, which of course she gets the best skins and just a absolutely disgusting animated Lord icon for a hero that will never be meta, most likely, right? Because you hold the button. Again, mechanically gifted, not so much, but you walk into a lobby with this animated icon and people are not going to ask questions. Spider-Man is, without question, the biggest stigma for Lord icons. I think we all know, right? Spider-Man on your team is going to go 0-10, blame everybody else. If he switches, he goes to like Black Panther, maybe Venom. As far as the Lord icon, I've never been crazy about it. I kind of want him to do his upside down Spider-Man thing. But taking a look, yeah, this is kind of cool. Taking a look at the animated, yeah, this is kind of still ass. Squirrel Girl is most likely a low elo terrorist if you have Lord icon on her, or you've like graduated up to high elo, but you ran shop in the lower ranks with this absolute demon. The animated does tippy toe. So like, this is what I don't get, right? Like Loki, his horns cut off and like, you know, Psylocke's sword. But then you've got this damn tippy toe popping all the way out of the frame. Like give us more of these frame breaks, if I'm being honest. I guess it takes too much of the screen. The whole like not moving the wink thing kind of gives me nightmares. Peter Quill, the Star-Lord Lord icon. Usually this person, usually hard carries. Like I'm never too worried about this person if they're on my team. Nameplate's fine. The animated though, okay, got a lot of fire. But like, what if his mask went up? I'm just saying some of these could have gone up a little bit. I think we could all say Storm has always had a really badass Lord icon. Could have the same fate as like Moon Knight or whatever. Let's see what happens when it gets animated. Storm mains, just know, I know that she's cracked. Most people don't. And you have to play with your team. So your team player, I respect you automatically. Most of the time you're duoed with a Jeff and you're going to help around the lobby too. Taking a look at the animated, it's cool. Like, it's what I expected. I think this is exactly going to set the tone for Thor. You get a little lightning crack here. Wanda gets all the other stuff. I wish you got like a, I don't know, more thunder going on. Punisher, this is usually the biggest indication that they're either from Call of Duty and they're awful at hero shooters, or they're on the enemy team and they're cracked. That's usually my run-in with the Punisher here and his nameplate. Animated Punisher, does he have anything? Yep, just smoke. Where's that smoke coming from? Where's that smoke coming from? It looks like it's coming out of his nipple. Now, the thing I've got a lot of respect for if you have this Lord icon, because you've taken so much damage to get to where you are. It's okay. I think it's okay for the animated, or at least for the animated one. Okay, see, you get the rocks going, pretty dynamic. I think this is an upgrade. I like this one. Where's his fist? I don't know. Groot's got his whole damn shoulder or hand with a flower, but this is cool. How is he turning his body? Like, how did they take these photos? Again, with the nameplate, this is definitely a Pokemon. The Kidnap God, Thor. I always thought his Lord icon's pretty cool. One that I've gotten, pretty recently. This is, someone who's a DPS that says, fine, I'll tank, and has gotten much better, and they have not changed him, right? So I think he's still going to be really good with this Kidnap. And as for the animation, this is kind of what I expected. Somehow more thunder than Storm has, but also I guess makes sense. God of Thunder. Kind of want Mjolnir to sneak in here somehow. I don't know how, because he has no hands. I like it though. I don't have like too many complaints. Last four, we have Ultron, which if you have this, probably you played back in like season 2 and 3, and then you haven't played since. Ultron players just have, especially Lord, have like the best awareness, man, of any people I play with. And then he's got his whole, the whole like lightsaber thing going on. What do I think of this? Obviously, this is cool. I mean, the particle effects work. The sword is looking badass. I don't want to blame anyone over at Eddie's, but I feel like there's some hero favoritism, or I guess villain favoritism. Next, we have Venom, and let's be honest, one of the coolest Lord icons. You just know if this is in the enemy team or on your team, strategists are just not having a good time, like ever. And the tanks have to peel. This guy's a demon, somehow never dies, even more than, you know, sometimes Captain America. And then, of course, they just... I feel like some heroes should get a little bit of a buff up. I'm not like crazy impressed with all these, if I'm being honest. But this, you just knew they're like, hey, let's make it even... This is so sick. If this is on the enemy team, I'm just going to forfeit. Bucky, I think we could say, has always had a good Lord icon. Definitely like the #1 hero that if like in pro play, especially if somebody's not doing good, they just switch to Bucky and they're like, okay, let me dominate. Nameplates, whatever. And the animation looking like Satan himself, which I think is a good way to describe Bucky in Rivals. A tier. And then we end on Wolverine, which Lord Icon's fine. Nameplate's pretty gas, not gonna lie. I like the yellow with his, I guess because he's associated with yellow. And the animated is sick. You've got the little rage stuff going up his claws. I like it. The hair movement. He looks so mad at his hands. So there you guys go. That's going to be all the Lord icons. Let me know down below which ones you guys think are gas, which ones suck. And if you haven't already, guys, subscribe. All right, there's not a lot of reason to subscribe nowadays because like the home feed kind of just, you know, puts the stuff in front of you. But it does help me a lot, and it's free, and it's be great. We got a lot of Season 6 content coming your way. Until then, though, have a good one. Have a great one, and happy rivaling.